everyone, welcome to jobskillshare.com. Today I am going to be talking about today I'm going to be making a tool video. It's going to be related to the security side of the help desk course. Again, this video can help a lot of people even if they're not taking course, and if they're going to, they're having an ongoing problem with viruses and they want to troubleshoot things. It can also help them, but like I said, it's a course video, so there's going to be a little talking, and then we can go to technical stuff. So today, if you go to learning path, this video is going to be under help desk support specialist, and then when you go all the way on the left side, it should go to the security section, and I'm going to go all the way down there just to show where I'm going to put this video after I'm done. Go all the way down and you see security tools right here. Once you click on that, this video is going to be on the right side, and it's going to say basic virus troubleshooting, not through the like a normal the whole antiviruses and stuff like that. This video is something a little bit different than what we were going to do here. We're going to have a live virus that's going to mess up our system. This is how you're going to get basically you deal with things, because most of the times you might just want to get something quickly done and you don't have too much time. So this is our test machine, Windows 7 right now, and what's gonna happen is that we are going to run this little tiny virus that I got. I saved it because it infected one of my machines, and we're going to see if it's going to work now. So here, this is what you do is basically, most of the time you're working somewhere, somebody open an email and boom, their system get infected, and this is what Security Shield has been installed, and they get the message something like that, and then when you click OK or something, and that takes over there. It could be that CryptoLocker thing that also does the same thing. It just takes over your machines and tell you that all your systems are infected. Now there is no solution for that for now. I have searched all over. Even it was in news, it's a pretty big thing, but there are something that you can do to protect. But the most important thing about this video is that since these videos are for help desk and technical people, you want to know how it started, where is it coming from, and then how can you prevent it for future, and then how can you deploy it to other users if you're dealing with multiple machines. So it could be a good video for someone who's already looking for a solution. It could be a good video for someone who wants to know how to protect it in the future. So good video, just watch it. So what I have done here is that I found the best tool for now. I gotta say thank you to the Foolish IT site that they came up with this little software. It creates it just takes a lot of hard work from you. Before, you had to make a policy. You got to go to group policy or local policy in the computers and try to stop these little exes because they run from an app data folder, and most of these viruses, even though here I don't even have an antivirus right now, so most of the time even when you have an antivirus, these things are going to go through it, and then you're like, oh, what's going on, why is my antivirus not working? I mean, they're working, maybe they just don't have the ability to catch it by then, and then once it's really famous, then they have something to catch it. Okay, now we work on it. But I just want something that I can go in, and even if I don't have an antivirus or something wrong with the antivirus that stopped my ability, I can go ahead and see where I can get these files and remove it from my system, and then in future I can do something about it that it won't run. So how to protect this right now? Since our system is infected right now, this is the same thing you're going to be looking at it. So what I'm going to do is, the first thing you need to do is to get this file. So even though right now we're infected, most of the time it won't let you on the same machine. It might not let you do things. So right now this machine is totally taking control over my system. So this is what I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to take you guys to a different browser right now, and you have to do this on a different machine. You don't want to plug in a USB in the same machine and start doing a searching on things. So go to a different machine and go to google.com and type Foolish IT, and I would save this little portable tool. It says Crypto Prevent. Now it is made for that CryptoLocker thing, but it can be used for different viruses. Like right now I have a different virus problem right now. I can definitely solve that issue even by using this tool. So if you go all the way down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to download the portable version of this software, and you have an exe, which is an installer, but it requires you to, it is free also, but it just gives you some options, like, you know, if you're using in a business world, you're gonna give you some, like, oh, you have a license and stuff like that. But it says Crypto Prevent is completely free for personal use and commercial use. Okay, but if you want a little bit more, blah blah, it has a little bit other features. If you guys want to pay for it, great, you guys can go for it. But I'm going to do is get a copy of this, download Crypto Prevent, and then save it on your USB, and then go ahead and run it on that machine. So now what we're going to do is we're going to see if we're allowed to go and do anything on this machine, because usually I will plug in the USB and go as a safe mode, and or maybe use some other ways, but I'm trying to do it this way. So right now nothing is happening. It's telling me that it's not working. Okay, this is what you do here. This is the hardest part right here, to get to this point. Most of the time, either you have to like log in as a safe mode and turn off all the features in Windows. Maybe these applications will not run because you're in the safe mode, you're not using the networking anything, or you'll have to just quickly go in there, plug in your USB, and then run this Crypto Prevent. So once you download that little portable file, you can run this right now. And it's saying that it's not running right now because we have to either run this. So let's just go ahead and restart this machine, and then we're going to quickly run Crypto Prevent and see if we can do it that way. So we're going to restart it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and restart this machine and see if we can make it that way. Other way would be to go to safe mode, turn off all the networking features and anything like that, and then try it, because most of the time it will let you do it that way. If that also fails, then you have to do the, like, you know, just normal methods of, but most of the time if you have something like that, the CryptoLocker lets you do things, so that's a good thing. Most of this is like even a bad virus because it's not even letting you do anything. But the CryptoLocker virus is like thing, it lets you do everything else, but it just doesn't, you just can't get to your documents and some important stuff because it basically encrypts everything. And for that, there is no solution so far. I mean, that's far I know. Maybe there might be some, but as far as I know, I don't think there's any solution. You just need to have a backup, and in future use this to prevent yourself. So let's go ahead and it's not working. There you go. Alright, so before that virus thing kicks in, this is what I want to do. I want to run my portable tool that I just put on my desktop, and I'm going to quickly run it. Oh, it already took over. So that's the beauty of this virus, that it's not letting you do anything. What do we do now? So here in the background it did work, so I just put it down. So look at this. Even at the same time this is working, and I have my portable tool open right now. I'm going to close this stuff here. So even though it's running on the side, I can still do my thing. I think it was running before too, but I didn't think about it that it was in the background, so my bad. But most of the time, maybe sometimes you click on the exe files, it just gives you errors and stuff like that. This is why I needed that quick start and do this thing, because sometimes your antivirus is the virus is not quick enough. So at least now we can do that. So what it does is protect the app data, local, and all this user profile, app data. Basically you can do this stuff from group policy, but this makes it really easier for you to do it from here, and you can undo it pretty quickly, and you can apply it again pretty quickly. Okay, the best thing about this whole thing is that the whitelist that it creates. So you want to keep this check, because I really want to know where is it coming from, so then I know in futures how to, like, you know, troubleshoot things. So whitelist exes already located in all block locations. So what's going to happen? This is going to tell me this is going to scan all these folders and then tell me what EXEs are there, and then it's going to give me a list that, okay, even though you're going to put this protection there, but I'm going to let you run all those EXE. And since I know that there's a virus running right now, if I say yes, that means I'm letting this thing run again, but I want to know before I put this in there. So I'm going to apply right now. So right now I say that policy is created, but you should restart PC to ensure the changes are right. I'm going to say no, and I'm going to go to whitelist and then click on whitelist editor, and look, this is all the EXEs right here that is related to this thing right now. So I know where they're coming from. I could easily go restart my computer or use like a live CD and then delete everything here. And just to let you know, I don't even have Microsoft Security Essentials running right now. It's basically turned off. So that's the beauty of this thing, like how quickly you can find things. This thing can take you a lot of time just to find things if your antivirus is not working. Now what's gonna happen is now that I can say that, okay, you know what, I know where they are, but let's just check everything here and do this part right there. So this is going to take away all these EXEs, because I know I don't need those EXEs. These are all viruses and I need to take care of them after I want to stop this because it's not letting me do other things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel this. Since I already applied the policy, I just need to restart it. And with the restart, this stuff shouldn't come back up again, because that is going to block all these EXEs from running. And when I check the list, if there was, let's say for example, something that Dropbox EXE or something like that people use, then I would leave that on there. I would just keep that in there and just remove the rest that I don't want. So I'm going to restart this stuff right now. So you want to close this, and let's go ahead and restart. So this is going to be a test, because neither I didn't even run any antiviruses in there, nothing like that. I could have done this quickly without even talking, like, you know, just because I was kind of explaining stuff. But if I go there and use this little tool, a portable tool, and then run that and just look at the list, I already find out where these viruses are, because it's so quickly, and then you can undo things. So let's see if it's going to really work now. So now I can say, and go back in there. So remember, our goal is that all those EXEs should stop working now. They shouldn't run. And we cancel this. I shouldn't see that whole thing again. If I do, then something's wrong over there. So now I'm just waiting for it to come back. Before, it came back really quick, but it's not working anymore. That was the beauty of the whole this whole little portable thing from Foolish IT. So you can see that what it does, it basically block everything. It goes without even antivirus. I can go ahead and check out things. Right now I took that off from here, but if I wanted to go back, I know that right now, since the EXE files are not working, even it won't work if I go back in there and try to like search for this virus. So because I know where it was, because the first time when we saw them, you just capture those screenshot and then go back to this PC again. So you would do this with, like, you know, some kind of antivirus to clean them, but if you want to do it manually, you can do it this way too. So I would go to, like, you know, users, and I know it's been here, app data and local, and these are the viruses right now. If I double click on it, it won't work. They're blocked. That is the beauty of the whole this little thing. So see how powerful it is. And the only problem that you will get is if there's like a real program, some kind of like a Dropbox program that is running from this application folder. But again, that editor thing should help you out with that too. I think it's the best tool for administrators too. If you're a domain administrator, if you have a lot of powers with your account, you want to keep this kind of policy on your computer, because then you can pinpoint things like, you know, what's running and what's not running on your machine. If you don't have this and something is like that, CryptoLocker came into your computers and you have a lot of rights to everything, it will encrypt everything on your network. So if something you didn't back up or it's not in your backup, there's no way you can get it. So that's the best thing, that you can come back here. It's easy to do it from this little tool, but you can also use a group policy to do this too. Now I can basically go in there and delete this from my system, or I can turn on my antivirus and run a scan. If it has the ability to scan and detect these, that's good. If not, just delete it from here and then run like Mailbags, combo fix, whatever you want to do. Those are like, you know, very normal stuff that a lot of people know about it, but this is something new, and I really liked it because you guys can see it just totally blocked the wires that I wasn't able to do anything, and but it gave me so much information that I can deal with it now. Other thing is, you can go to event logs and you can go to click on block events, and here if you click on events right here, it's going to tell you each location right here. So I can see the locations right here, and then finding out that, okay, so what was blocked here, I can just click all the way down and then exactly go for each of this manually. Now if I want to go back and reapply this whitelist policy again just to find out things in there, I can also do the apply again, and it will give you another list of the same list for this one. But for now it's blocked, so you have to, if you want to just remove everything and then go back to the normal one, you can do undo, and then we'll go back to your normal state without any policy changes. So for example, let's say I want to remove this. I'm going to go ahead and remove it. Remove this. Okay, now since I know that, okay, I didn't remove all these three, where else can I see? So I came here, roaming, I don't see nothing here, but you know, it's really hard to go into these folders. I'm just gonna go back and reapply the whitelist again. So you check this box right here and then apply. It's refreshing group policy, and then I'm going to, once it's done, I'm going to go back here and then check it out. What else am I missing? I'm going to click no right now. I don't want to restart it right now. I'm going to click edit, and there's nothing else that it could find for exe files. So this is how you basically deal with it without even antivirus. And now I can be happy. I can turn on my computer. I know nothing is going to run on this side. Another example would be in app data right now. If I created any exe, let's say I create a notepad. I'm just gonna go and create something here. So I'll just name it, and usually these words are like, you know, something like that, right? And then you click save, and I'm just gonna save it on desktop for now, txt, but I'm going to make it an exe file. Alright, so now I'm going to pull that right here. It is being blocked because it's not allowed to run. So if I copy this and paste it here, and I make another one, let's say I want to make let's say Dropbox, something that I want it to run. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'll go back to my whitelist, go to my editor, and here this is where it gets that whatever you want to, like, you know, allow in this thing. So for example, if I go back and then run this, apply, it's refreshing the policy. So it's going to go and check these two again. Hopefully it will pick it up, and now I can go back to editor and see it picked it up again. So it is telling me that Dropbox is in here. So I know that, okay, let's say for example, oh, I see like, oh, these two are viruses right here. I don't want them to be running in my system, so I am going to leave these. I'm going to pick the virus related one and then leave the other one. So I'm going to say, okay, do this, and now I'm going to click cancel. Going to cancel this. Since the policy was already run on this folder, if you double click on the Dropbox, it wouldn't work. what you do is you restart your computer for the policy to effect. So it's restarting right now for the policy to refresh. So we should be able to run Dropbox, but the virus related exes should still not be able to, you shouldn't be able to play it. So it's restarting right now. Let's just go back in there. And this is a good practice, you know, you can practice this more and more, and then once you learn about it more other places, you can play around with it, and you can create a very good machines like that, and just take a whole, like you can deploy it through BDQ, or you can deploy this whole thing through Active Directory. So if you have 300 computers and you want to do this in 300 computers at once, you can do that. So alright, so for our test we're gonna go back in there and then click on C drive, go to users, go to here, put app data, go to local, and so let's say this was a virus, it shouldn't run, but Dropbox should run now. So this is how it's going to work. See how powerful it is. Other thing is to keep your antivirus up to date. Of course, if you're working in a business area, your web filters should be working correctly. Your whole antivirus server should be updated to latest version and everything. Those are something that is, I mean, you can definitely look into it, but most of the time they will go through, somehow they will go through. But if you have something like this setup done, then I think 80% you should be good. If something is really, I mean, even better than this, then yeah, you're gonna search a little bit more and then finding out different tools to tackle those things. But you know, I think 80% of your problem should be solved, because I just tested a virus that was not related to CryptoLocker, but it was something different. We were still able to solve that issue without even using any antivirus and any scanning or nothing like that. We were able to solve it. So that's how hopefully this helps somebody, and I'll see you guys in the next video.